This is Chris, and welcome to Growing Trends Episode 4, Designing and Constructing a Complete Garden. In this case, I've used a Chelsea Flower Show exhibit from a few years back. The reason being that exhibits are overplanted to create that established effect, as you will soon see. There are a few construction modifications as well, such as using a much weaker mortar for the walls. This enables dismantling to be much easier and quicker. The turf is also laid on sharp sand, not something to do with a normal lawn. Here it helps an even moisture and a reasonable level as no one is walking on it. There is no need to treat the pond water as it's only here for a few days and the constant circulation will keep it clean. Building an exhibit that is going to be seen by millions is fraught with challenges. The first is the surface, which has been dug up and compacted since the show started way back in 1913. It makes the ground rock hard. Access is also a huge challenge, as everyone is trying to bring materials onto the site at the same time. Planning this is quite interesting. Press Day. Our exhibit was built to promote Help the Aged. All the materials were donated, which meant much work months before any work commenced on site. Here, the Chelsea pensioners and a lovely lady lend a helping hand to promote the finished exhibit. Okay, let's go back to the planning. Selecting the materials. The bricks. Robin wanted a yellow London stock brick. There was only one source at the time, in Southend, so we travelled out to select the bricks. Because the walls were alternate 4.5 inch and 9 inch, I suggested we transition the angles with a single cant brick. That's the brick on the top row of the examples. By using a second stock, less burnt, and taken from the outer edge of the fired bricks in the kiln, you achieve a much softer pinkish hue, as you will see in the later pictures. I thought it would be fun to see how they were being made virtually by hand. These are not hard bricks, and so when we used them for the paving, they were only for this exhibit, not recommended for everyday use as a paver. We then cut them into brick slips for the featured Joker look. So here, the clay has been pressed into brick shapes and is moving along a conveyor belt. The bricks are then picked up in this damp state and stacked so they can be taken to the kiln and fired. The first side shows those soft bricks being stacked into the kiln ready for firing, and the second side of the picture shows them being unloaded once they've been fired. You can see the changing colour. This picture shows them wrapped ready for delivery and then showing the delivery lorry bringing them to site and unloading them at exactly the position we want them. The brick pier shows how soft the pink edge makes the bricks, and the single cant just sets it off nicely. There's also a double creasing tile underneath the top capping rail. And here you see the cut brick slips carefully selected around the Joker. Planting. Gathering, storing and transporting the plants is quite challenging early in the season. We didn't have any greenhouses we could use, so we asked our suppliers in Surrey to hold them for us. I recall we traded some of our spare roll-on turf with a fellow exhibitor for some extra plants. The raised deck. We persuaded one of our major timber suppliers to help us with this. They were absolutely great, making everything at their works in Chatham, then bringing them to site in Kitform, and it was all completed in one day. Taking a short tea break before putting the rails on. Work progresses on the 6-foot-high wall, ponds and the rock area. Is almost completed, and the timber walkways are now in place. The raised deck area is being installed and the bothy is being constructed. Here, the lawn has been laid. To keep the grass green as possible during the exhibition, it's important to lay it early and keep it wet, so we deliberately allowed the pond to slightly overflow onto the sand beneath the lawn. The completed walling. Here you can see the pinkish hue to the single cant brick stands out and softens the whole wall. More plants being added to the garden. Almost completed. The garden's really taking shape now. The bothy and the joker. The planting is now filling out. The raised deck canopy. The white piping adds to the definition. The lawn has started to grow, with the grass starting to stand up. The small brick patio looks superb. Looking from the back of the garden to the front, you can see all the workers' vehicles prior to the opening. We were very fortunate to be awarded a Flora Silver Gilt medal for this garden. The garden has a lovely soft glow. Here, the BBC is readying for filming. The completed garden on press day. Ready for the exhibition to open. A moment of contemplation.